Hi there, that's right, it's the great and glorious, soon to be famous, one day Nick Dutch back on the camera again one more time. And I've been having a bit of a think about atheism, not because I want to be an atheist, not because I especially resonate very well with atheism. I personally think that's one point of view, and if you want to hold it, then obviously that's fine. But it's not something that works well with myself, which is of course why I've developed this attitude to the world, which is a combination between deism plus creative thought applied to spiritual type ideas. But I was thinking about this hard atheism, which does seem to be sort of growing and developing, and of course its overlap into far-right thinking, which is growing in popularity, or so it seems. And I came to the conclusion that maybe, just maybe, these people are afraid. And maybe it's fear which is prompting these individuals to promote their very hardline atheist stance. Sure, when they're objecting to religious literalism being introduced into the educational system, that's a good thing. That's something we should all be working hard to get rid of, okay? Because religious literalism is just basically not very positive, because it can get in the way of science, technology, progress, medicine, engineering, and of course just the progress of society full stop. But if we were to consider a more spiritual stroke mystical interpretation, then things aren't quite as bad, and on top of that possibly they're even more positive, especially if we consider advances in some of the other forms of natural science which I've pointed to possibly a more metaphysical nature to life and reality. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play just a few moments from a particular video on the 10th Dim YouTube channel. I don't know whether you've heard of it. Maybe I'll put a link to the video and to the channel down below, okay? And just listen to the words here and see what you make of them, okay? And then I'll make a quick comment afterwards.
Our world is now starting to move away from scientific materialism, the idea that what we observe around us is all there is to reality, and that everything about our reality is logical and predictable if only we collect enough data. Instead, we're starting to move towards a more holistic paradigm. That's true as we see the growing acceptance that our universe is only one of many, that roughly 96% of our own universe is completely invisible and undetectable, that the way our genes are expressed and even which genes are passed on to our offspring is strongly connected to our attitude and lifestyle, and that our holographic universe comes from the fifth dimension, connected together outside of fourth dimensional space-time in ways that boggle the mind.
Alright, so that appears to be quite an eloquent description of the way that modern natural science is developing. Remember, that's the way that modern natural science is developing, the science of nature, of the physical universe, and of the various forces and interactions which occur in our reality. And it doesn't sound at all like the sort of Newtonian-based conceptualization of nature that certain people want to hold on to with great rigidity, or this straightforward basic chemical, biological, or just purely DNA-based understanding of life. Just play that segment again if you wish, and just think about the words that are included there. I feel that there are a lot of people who are not just objecting to the development of certain forms of religiosity, they're also terrified as to the way that science is developing, because it undermines their own theories, and there's other ideas and other forms of science which are getting too exciting. Not only getting too exciting, but also making their science obsolete, or moving steadily towards that direction. So maybe a lot of the, hard atheist attitudes, I'm not just talking about an individual who chooses to not believe in God because it doesn't make any sense to them. I mean the more, hard, robust attitudes of we hate anything that's even vaguely religious, or we hate everything and anything which is even vaguely spiritual, could be a reaction out of fear. That's just a few thoughts for today from the mind of Nick Dutch, bidding you good fortune, God and or Goddess and or none of the above bless. Don't be afraid, it's going to be a great future. Nick Dutch signing out for now.